What's up, YouTube? I'm actually going to use this video to show you guys my computer as well as my hardware and software for anyone that wants to be involved. So the first major thing about needing to produce audio on a computer is actually not to have that powerful of a system. A lot of people say, oh, you need the best processor you can get and the most amount of RAM you can possibly get. And I want to show you my specs right now. So this is my computer specifications. As you can see, well, they're not really all that good. I'm on the old AMD FX platform still, while everything has went to Ryzen 1 and Ryzen 2. 8 gigs of RAM. I think one of my RAM stick died. I originally had 16, but somehow that happened. This old AMD FX processor is still strong enough to run this project with no problems. I've been working on several other projects recently, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't hold this project at all. This entire project runs fine. Like, I can show you, there's no clipping or pops or anything. And it's just like the whole thing where you need a super powerful processor isn't always necessary in most cases. So I'm going to play part of it in most cases and then play part of it to see just it's not lagging at all. So this is what I've been working on. As you can see, not that much percentage of used at all. %30-something, which ain't really bad. And if I needed to save the processing power, all you have to do is really convert the MIDI and all the instruments into so realistically you can pretty much work from any computer that you have. So that's the computer. Next thing is going to be this controller right here, this Roland Juno Di. I honestly just use this for keys. It's a nice keyboard. It's like a $600 or $700 keyboard, but as you can see, looking at this, there's no audio. Not one of the sounds on this $700 keyboard, is used in this song. Actually, I use very little of them in general. So you don't really need a keyboard with all the sounds if you're going to go with VSTs. Your software already comes with a lot of VSTs, as I can show you right here. But you already have a list of really good plugins. I pretty much just use the default drum. If you know how to use sounds and you just learn really basic stuff, really basic how to layer and how to do things correctly, you don't really need that much power. You just need to know how to do it the right way. So after the computer, after the software, I mean, the included software with FL Studio is actually really, really good. The thing is not necessarily the included software. It's always that it's limiting is the thing. And that's where you just say, okay, fine, I can just buy the sounds that I want. Versus if you buy a keyboard like this keyboard has a couple thousand sounds in it alone. Play something on the keyboard, but I mean, not all of the sounds you're going to necessarily use. That's really just kind of the give and take relationship that you have with owning a keyboard, is that you're just going to be given lots of sounds that you're never really going to always use all of them. But exactly, it's just like you're going to spend a lot of money, and most of the features you're probably never going to use. So I have this plugin called Omnisphere, which is a $500 plugin. Oh, this ain't good for me, etc. That's a lot of money. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of money. But, I mean, you're getting into music production. Nothing's cheap. And two, you're buying professional grade instruments. There's always cheaper plugins. I mean, even the plugins that come with FL Studio, like Citrus alone, is actually really usable. Let me pull that one up. The Citrus is actually a really usable synth. I'm going to be honest. So we're just going to play this. I mean, right off the bat, there's really good retro sounds already built onto this. I mean, the entire preset library is like this. So let's go into bass. Exactly. And that's just like one of those things where it's like there's so much extra into stuff like this. I mean, just even the defaults are actually really good. I mean, okay, I've never tried this on. So you get really good sounds right off the bat. I mean, this is just one plugin that you get out of just from buying FL Studio. And you get this thing for life too. And it's just like some... Exactly. You just get a lot of sounds right off the bat. So you can go straight into making music just from a computer in FL Studio. I still would recommend buying a keyboard. Don't buy this. If you're new to music, don't buy a keyboard like this. If you're going to practice, you need a live instrument. You need something that can serve many different hats. This is a great keyboard, but don't just go out and buy something like this if you're going to be just starting. Start with like a 21 key or an Akai MPK 25 or something, or an Ovation. Don't go out and buy this key. Don't go out and buy this particular keyboard if you're brand new. Better off buying a computer software, the FL Studio or any DAW. You can buy Ableton or something. I'm not endorsed by FL Studio at all. It's something that I use, and I mean, I flipped a coin, and that was the best one in the price range at the time. I've been using this thing for 5 or 6 years at this point. Outside of the normal computer and keyboard, you want yourself one of these, if I could bring it up. This box right here. This box is all about getting audio into the computer. This is a rolling quad capture. I can pull one up in a picture, but it says rolling quad capture right on there. I was able to get this one on sale for I think $180. It's 2 ends. It's 2 main ends, both XLR Phantom Power. And Phantom Power is something for powering powered mics or mics that require a higher voltage signal to even run. So this box alone is actually really good. There's other ones from like Focusrite and stuff. There's no real big difference. The only real difference is the software that they include. And I mean, the Roland software at the time when I bought this thing like 6 or 7 years ago is one of the best. This was one of the best at the time. Once again, times change. I don't know what's everything that's out there, but believe me, it might not necessarily be the best one out there right now. But I mean, I have this one for 5 or 6 years, and I'm getting more use out of it every day. So outside of that, you want to get yourself monitors. Monitors come in all sizes, not shapes, but mostly sizes. And these pair I got on sale. Usually the Black Friday sales, or actually the best time to buy aren't for Black Friday. Buy musical equipment in January. The best time to buy musical equipment is in January because that's before the NAMM trade show, which is a musician vendor expo that's held in LA that they announce all the new equipment. So every time around NAMM, everything will drop about $500 or $600. Not $500 or $600, but I mean like a couple $100 off. I mean, this was $500 listed and dropped down to $300, so $200 off at the time, just because NAMM was rolling around. Everyone was just going to be Googling over the new hardware. So the best time to buy would be either Black Friday, a little bit after Christmas, like January, early January, right before NAMM trade show, and I haven't looked that up for this year yet, but usually you want to buy right before then or a little bit after because all the retailers need to clear their stock for that. So I hope this was a lesson and just kind of telling you guys what you need, what you don't need. You don't need a fancy keyboard like this. You don't need this. Don't get this.